Hey guys, welcome to the Comp 6 video. Yay! We've been reading about arguments of definition, and you've already seen some samples, sort of, in the articles that you picked for Comp 5. And so now we're going to get into Comp 6, which is a big moment for us because we're moving away from rhetorical analysis and moving into writing our own arguments and using rhetoric to win. So what I want to do here is guide you in writing a zero draft. This is very similar to what we did in Comp Point 5, where you wrote your own argument based on a star quality. Now we're going to do it for arguments of definition. So what you might like to do is get in a cozy position and pull up a Google document and have this video rolling and maybe have it as a side window so you can see the slideshow as I go. And I'll just coach you through. And each time I get through a slide, probably hit pause, give yourself a few minutes to type, try to get a solid paragraph in response to each slide. And by the end, you'll have a zero draft. And I'm hoping this would take you maybe like 10, 15 minutes because you're just rewriting. So let's give it a try. So on your Google Doc, first of all, what is the word that you're thinking about defining? What is a word that people get into conflict over? Maybe someone in your life and you have gotten into a conflict over this term, or you've heard people talk about it and you're thinking, that means something else to me. I'm not sure that we agree on what that word really means. The two that I gave you as samples, one is okay boomer, which if you remember, that was a little hee phrase about baby boomers. And so that one argued what that phrase means. Another sample I gave you was about what hard work means, especially in reaction to how older people think that younger people don't work hard. So you're looking at what's something that there's been some conflict over this word or concept. So what I want you to do is just describe it. To you, what is the definition of this word? What's it look like? What's it sound like? What does it mean to understand this word in your mind? Okay, you type, push pause, then type, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so you're ready. You've explained what your word means to you. Now, how do you know your definition's true? You can label this background. How do you know that it's true? How have you experienced it in your life? You've seen this word be true. You've seen this definition of that word be true. What has taught you to believe in this definition? And is there any other background information that would be good for your reader to have about your term? So what would be helpful for them to have as an understanding of what this word means and how you came to understand what that word means? So you're just giving background for how you came to understand this word or other people. Push pause, type, come back. Okay, you're back. Next up, nope, skipping around here, right here. Why is your definition true? Like, how do you know that that's true? What reasons do you have that show that your definition is true? Or reasons that prove that that is the right definition? So if you're doing hard work, what are components of hard work that prove that hard work means what you say that it means? So you're just giving reasons for why hard work is what you say it is, what it means. Can you give any evidence, maybe from your own life, hopefully from at least two sources, two of the ones that you pulled? Like, what did they say about hard work, or your term, obviously? Why are those, what are the reasons for that being the definition? Push pause, type, come back. You're back. Next part, I keep skipping. This part is the fun part, your opponent. And I would try to think of as many counter arguments as you can. I list 3, but as many as you can. What does your opponent say to this argument? What are the reasons that your definition is incorrect, or other definitions of this word that people might have? So if we're going with the hard work, Shayna's essay from last year, if we're going with hard work and she's writing clearly to older people who have a different definition of hard work than younger people do, what do older people say is the definition of hard work that younger people get into conflict with? How do they define it? And then how would you respond back to those definitions? What's your rebuttal to that? So list that out here. Take a few minutes to describe what does your opponent say, and really try to think of your specific audience that you're trying to win over or disprove. What do they say? How would you defeat it? Push pause, type, come back. And now finally, think about how you want to structure this. You can do the classical structure, which is the typical way that we write essays. We've talked about that in Count Point 5. But if you have other ways to structure it that you would like to, you could embed your counter arguments into your reasons if you want. You could address it completely to your audience and make it a more fitting piece of writing to them if you want. Any structure that you think might be helpful. Okay, and as soon as you're ready, post that to Google Classroom. If we want, we can go here. Well, it's not going to be posted for you yet. I'm still working on it, but post your zero draft, and eventually you're going to turn that into a rough draft. So just follow the schedule for that. If you have any questions, let me know. If it's helpful, take a look at some sample essays. Good deal. Let me know if you need help. Okay, bye.